Now ready for the third game of this series. Rangers moved ahead of the A's with yesterday's win. Now it's 16-4. Of course, still one more game left tomorrow afternoon in this 4-game set.
Big game, Nate. Nathan Eovaldi takes the mound today after a great performance by DeGrom. The A's have to face this guy. 183 batting average against, his 5th lowest among American League starters.
1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. And Butler never had a chance. A strikeout to begin the evening tonight.
Finishes him off upstairs, 94.
The 2-0 cracked towards second. Simeon with a shoulder-high hop. Easy toss. And it's an easy 1-2-3 top half of the first for Nathan Eovaldi.
Man on the mound for the green and gold, Luis Severino. No problem with the early action, early outs. We told you what kind of role he's been on over his last 2 starts. Remember, the opponent's hitting under 200 against Sevy, but it's the strike rate, right? 68% strikes over those last 2 outings.
2 down, and that will bring up the first baseman, Jake Berger. That's swung a little soft liner caught by the second baseman, Urias, and the inning is over. So a 1-2-3 first inning for Severino. We're through 1. A's and Rangers still no score.
And Eovaldi quickly gets ahead of the all-star right-handed swinger 0-2. 0-2, strike 3 called. Fastball over the outside corner at 96. And Eovaldi with his second strikeout of the ball game. First out here in the top of the second.
Early on, he's commanding everything, hitting his spots. He's picking up where he left off.
Here is Kurtz. 1 on, 1 out.
1-2. Strike 3 called. Inside corner, top rail. And Eovaldi gets his 3rd strikeout of the game, all on the 4-seamer. And his 2nd strikeout here this inning. Urias coming up with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Urias goes after a splitter that was probably in the zone. So Eovaldi strikes out the side around the single. Langoliers is left stranded.
So 8, 9, and 1 come up for the A's, starting with J.J. Bleday.
Into right field, chasing it is Adolis Garcia, and it's off the wall. J.J. Bleday into second with a double to lead things off here in the 3rd. Get the green and gold going.
I like it. I like it. Shake them dice and roll them, Jays. That a bit.
Second time through the order now for Eovaldi's 4 hits for Lawrence with runners in scoring position so far this season.
And Lawrence to left field. That will drop down for a base hit. But Bleday had to stick between second and third to make sure that ball dropped, and Lawrence goes the other way with a 1-out single. Now runners on the corners for Jacob Wilson, which is about the best possibility you could have in terms of a hitter. You want some contact, you want him to place it. He knows how to do both of those things, and he could possibly be the person to cash in on the leadoff Bleday double.
Here's the 1-1 and the bunt from Jacob Wilson. That's going to get past Eovaldi. Run in. Getting the little things done, and the A's score first. It's 1-0.
Getting creative. That's exactly what you want to see from this team, especially after a night where offense was few and far between. I mean, just a fantastic execution.
So here's Soderstrom, runners at first and second, 1 out. First pitch. Swinging a hard hit ground ball to first, gobbled up by Berger to second for 1. Smith back to first. Eovaldi covering in time, double play. That's what Eovaldi needed. 3-6-1, the twin job there for Evo. That was a perfectly executed sacrifice bunt by Leody Taveras. So the Rangers have runners at second and third and 1 out, trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Came into the series talking about the woes of the Rangers with runners in scoring position. Yesterday, they were 10 for 22. The previous 10 games combined, they were 10 for 59.
So ball and 2 strikes. The next pitch to Langford is called. Strike 3 on a sinker.
That was a perfect pitch. I mean, right on the edge at the knees. There was nothing Langford could do.
And with 2 outs, every Ranger at first, second, and third will be set in motion with the pitch. Severino went from 3-0 to 3-2. It's a big spot for Severino. Runners going on the 3-2. Struck him out. Luis Severino screams at the heavens, happy to strand all 3 runners, getting 2 big strikeouts with a boatload of traffic and keeping it a 1-0 Athletics lead.
There's 1 on, 1 out. Here is Josh Young, the 3rd baseman, in this 1-0 game in the bottom of the 4th. A's leading as Severino delivers. Pitch swung on a bounce, left side, backhanded by Urshela. Long off-balance throw. God, and what a play by Urshela. Oh, is that a fantastic play? Off-balance throw. By the time he made the throw, he's in the third base coaching box. That's worth several exclamation points. Going to second base is Simeon. Dynamite play.
So Severino behind in the count here. Simeon at second, 2 men out. Rangers are trailing here by a run. And that's hit back up the middle and through into center field, a base hit. Simeon around third. He scores easily. RBI single, Adolis Garcia. He's tied the game at 1.
He's got so much plate coverage. Wasn't even a full swing, and it's still 101 off his bat.
Eovaldi goes to work now in the 6th inning. It is a 3rd time through now for the Athletics. Butler, Wilson, and Soderstrom. Evo with 7 strikeouts through the first 5 frames.
The pitch, swing and a miss, splitter in the zone. Butler unable to connect, and another strikeout for Nathan Eovaldi. That is strikeout numero 8 this evening.
The A's now have 1st and 2nd with 2 outs for the catcher, Shea Langoliers. Jonah Heim going out there to talk to the veteran right-hander, Eovaldi, who's at 87 pitches on the night, 58 strikes.
And the count 2 balls and 2 strikes with Jacob Webb starting to throw for Texas. Swinging a ball popped up. Short center field. Simeon out. Taveras in. Taveras makes the call. Jogging inward. He makes the catch. And that ends the inning. So Eovaldi gets out of the jam.
But back-to-back hits to begin the 6th. Here comes Marcotte. And he may be ready to use that bullpen now. Severino, a little disappointment on his face. He's done. Responsible for the 2 base runners. 6th inning, tied at 1. Right-hander Justin Sterner coming on.
And that brings up Jonah Heim. Runners remain at 1st and 2nd. And Heim, who's 1 for 2, will stand in from the left side against the righty Sterner.
That's ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Jonah. The bases are now loaded. The go-ahead run is only 90 feet away. That changes everything. Even a fly ball here would be enough to break the tie.
You're walking a tightrope. 0-2. You got bases loaded. You'd love to be able to bury a couple pitches here, but you also do not want to run the risk of sending one to the backstop.
That swung on and popped up. That's a big out. Coming in for it, Urshela, infield fly rule called as Gio makes the catch, and there are 2 away. Oh, that's a big out. So Taveras pops up, 2 down, and that will bring up the left fielder Wyatt Langford. A chance for Sterner to pitch out of it. Fastball got him swinging. Oh, he elevated there at 94 miles an hour. What a job by Justin Sterner to find a way to pitch out of the jam.
Ay, 1-1.
Bruce Bochy is bringing in Luke Jackson right now for the Texas Rangers. See if they can't stymie this little threat here.
Brent Rooker certainly is a threat with 1 on.
That swung on, drive to left field, hit well. Going back is Langford at the wall, and it is gone! Home run for Rooker, and the A's lead it 3-1, and that got out here in a hurry.
Rooker with the silencer here in the 9th inning against Luke Jackson.
Back-to-back walks, loads up the bases. Bruce Bochy has seen enough. With a pitching change here, A's have taken the lead.
So bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 9th. Here is Lawrence Butler. That swung on, fly ball to center field. That's it well. Going back to Taveras near the track, on the track at the wall. It's a grand slam for Lawrence Butler, and the A's lead it 7-1. They busted this game open. It's a 7-1 lead for the A's.
How about the Law Dog? Zone 4, where are you at? Grand slam number 1 in the career for Lawrence Butler.
The A's are 1 out away from capturing Game 3 in this 4-game set. The A's hold on here. 2 outs, nobody on. Here is Jake Berger, the last chance for the Rangers. Strike 3 called, and the ball game is over, and the A's have won this ball game 7-1. Oh, it's a fantastic win for the ball club.
Game 3 belongs to the green and gold with a 7-1 victory. How about the 9th inning blast-offs, plural?